Every brand tells a story. And they are the storytellers. The Sutradhars. They present a brand with band, baja and barat to you. They are the Brandwallahs. In an era saturated with noise, where attention spans are measured in seconds and consumer loyalty is a fleeting commodity, how does a vision become a household name? How do certain companies transcend the status of mere services or products and evolve into powerful, enduring brands that shape culture and command market leadership? The answers lie not just in creative campaigns or large advertising budgets, but in the profound strategies and deep insights of those who have successfully navigated this intricate landscape. In this special edition of the Brandwallahs, we journey through the very heart of the Indian startup revolution, a world where bold ideas collide with relentless execution, transforming dreams into billion-dollar realities. We pull back the curtain and go straight to the source, engaging with the trailblazers whose personal brands and company brands have become case studies in modern business excellence.
You're watching the Brandwallahs. I am Krishna Kumar, and we are in conversation with a legendary investor on this edition of the Brandwallahs. We have none other than Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani. Sanjeev, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here.
Thank you for calling
on the Brandwallahs. It's a different kind of a show. It's a different kind of a conversation. I want to begin by asking you, what was it like taking a startup consumer brand and marketing it, while you were, trying to find the right reasons to fund it or add funding to it or not? How did you go about when it comes to your marketing strategy per se?
Over the years, I've come to believe that, people think advertising builds brands. Advertising is a small part of that jigsaw puzzle. Really, brands are built on customer experience and word of mouth. Right? Now, I do not recall ever seeing a Google ad. Google never had to advertise itself. It was simply a superior product. You used it, you experienced it, you knew it was superior. Brand got built. Right?
So you're saying it's all about the product. Marketing cannot...
No, it's not all about the product. I'm saying a brand is built by managing multiple touch points with the consumer. Product experience is the first one. And yes, a mass media communication follows. But increasingly we are seeing, as the world goes digital and on the small screen, mass media may or may not be as relevant as it was in past decades. I watch television on the big screen less and less. I watch on the small screen, including television. Right? And I saw the IPL lately, and not because I watch the IPL. I'm not a great IPL watcher, but walking in and out.
You're more of a Test cricket fan?
Yes. But walking in and out of the room, my kids are there. They're watching IPL. I sat down sometimes, and I saw some of the ads on IPL, and I could not believe how the quality had plummeted over the decades. Storytelling is over on TV, simply because the channels are so expensive that you cannot run an ad more than 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, there's only so much of a story you can tell. On the other hand, on digital, you can tell a story much better. So the craft of storytelling has migrated from television to digital. And digital means small screen. So obviously, creative has to adjust. Okay, copywriters have to adjust, filmmakers have to adjust. So things are changing, but ultimately, advertising is not a brand builder. It is an accelerator. Advertising will make a good product succeed faster. It will make a bad product fail faster.
The conversation I'm looking to have here, which is very different from the usual conversations we have in the Brandwallahs, has got a lot to do with AI and data, because if there's one thing that's reshaping marketing and revolutionizing marketing and changing the game top to bottom and bottom to up is actually artificial intelligence. And here we are, at a very nascent stage, so to speak, when it comes to artificial intelligence.
Agreed.
And questions are already being raised on whether there are enough women in AI, because globally, the studies that have been done so far have clearly shown the fact that women's participation in the AI workforce is 20%, 30% max. I mean, similar to levels women participation in the tech space as a whole. And how do you think India is in the context of things?
We don't fare any better, but we don't have to congratulate ourselves on that.
Okay.
But let's look at what we do have. From when I went to engineering and decided to be a geek girl, so to speak, where there was hardly less than 5% of women in engineering. Today, we have good numbers, 43%. So that's something to celebrate, because we always have to be optimistic about future. Without that, there is no future. But what we don't have, there are two parts to your question. What we don't have is enough women in leadership and roles where there is leverage to affect change. Now, the question is, there is a participation gap, the numbers that you mentioned. And the numbers get, of course, starker as the funnel goes down and you talk about, how much women get funding in deep tech, how many of them are leading research labs and so forth. But numbers apart, what really is so what, right? If we take next 2 decades to solve this. The so what problem is important, and it's a collective responsibility and obligation, which is you look at what is getting fed into technology is biases that are very consciously or unconsciously very deep rooted. Now, once that becomes the core intelligence on which society operates, it has far-reaching, unpleasant consequences.
How did you build this brand from ground up?
Well, when we launched 12 years ago, Cash Karo was our only app. Today we have Earn Karo as well. So we'll talk about those first 100 days. They were very different from those first 100.
Okay.
So when we launched Cash Karo, we were in the process of moving from London to Delhi because we're a UK company and we thought this idea will do really well in India. We should definitely launch it. And initially we did not have a lot of money. So we reached out to all our friends and we did this Facebook campaign because that time it was Facebook.
Yeah.
And where we did face off Cash Karo. So every day there would be a different person who would post a photo of themselves on Facebook saying, I love Cash Karo, I got 1,000 cash back on my online shopping, or I did my hotel's booking via Cash Karo and I got 1,000 cash back.
Nice.
So we used social proof as really the marketing method, which I think now when we look back at books like Contagious, books like Seth Godin, it's all about the viral word of mouth marketing, right? And our first 100 days was that. Plus we did a very interesting campaign on Twitter because Twitter was very big that time.
Also, it was called Twitter back then.
It was, exactly. That time we identified all the influencers in India. We sent them mugs which actually had their own caricature on it with their handle. So because you give someone something personalized, they tend to post about it. So they all posted and they said, look, next time you're shopping online, go to Cash Karo, shop via Cash Karo. And we had all the tie-ups, right, with Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra. You can shop at any site, but if you're going via Cash Karo, you get extra cash back. So it's a way for you to save money on your online shopping. So when it's about getting money and not giving money, people are anyways a lot more interested to know what you have to say.
So you're saying the value proposition is embedded into this product or a service that you're selling?
Yeah, it's too good to be true.
Tell us, what has been your experience with influencer marketing and celebrity marketing?
When we started Cars24, right? I think we were pioneers in what we were trying to do. So when we used to tell people that we buy any car, because this is what we would say, like, what do you do? As I help consumers sell their car. Will you buy my Audi? I said yes. Oh, will you buy my 20-year-old car? I said yes. Oh, will you buy my 6-month-old car? Yes. So like, you buy any car, right? And this was sort of the constant conversation. So our first campaign was we buy any car. And radio is a more efficient format, and we were only in Delhi. So we obviously wanted to do something in Delhi. So our first campaign was very loud. A jingle which just kept shouting, we buy any car, we buy any car, Kali Pili car, we buy any car. And then we came up with another one that you can sell your car in 30 minutes at Cars24. And those really stood out back then because we were the only ones doing it, right? And it was pretty much like a shock to everyone that they had never heard anything like this, right? But since then, I think this has now become market baseline, right? That everybody tries, and even like local dealers and everyone tries to provide. So now we have focused more on trust, or on our value proposition. For example, a lot of focus now on that if you sell cars to Cars24, then your title transfer is safe, right? You don't have to worry about payments. Or if you're buying a car from us, we recently launched a 30-day return money back guarantee, right? That you can return the car up to 30 days, right? Even after at the 30th day, you can say, oh, I don't want this car, and give us back. So it has become a lot about building trust with the audience.
Then what is the one thing about your job that you don't like at all? We don't use the word hate.
These interviews.
My goodness. We want a candid conversation in this show, but that's okay, let me finish the question at least. I was saying I'm not part of your daily work, your work, routine or anything of that sort. I'm more asking from the perspective of, your daily work routine, the one thing that you don't look forward to, the one thing you detest. We don't meet every day, you know what I'm saying? The word that gets tossed around the most is authenticity and purpose-driven marketing.
Yeah, purpose I think is ab zyada ho gaya. This is the one thing. It's been overhyped.
Okay, I was about to ask. Authenticity is tossed around because authenticity gets.
You're telling the truth. It's okay.
Okay.
But purpose, my job is to help people find jobs, right? Now, my purpose is to solve India's employment problem, unemployment. I don't know if we can be that big, right? But can we help people find jobs? Can we help companies find people? Answer is yes. And we've been doing it for the last 28 years.
What is that one all-time favorite advertisement, TV ad, or a marketing campaign or a brand campaign that really stayed with you and sort of continues to inspire you even today?
I think different ads have done differently. Piyush Pandey sir, of course, did such a great job, right? All of us remember him fondly for his contribution and some of his ads. Like, I remember when I did my first acting ad this time, there was a happy scene and I was still that Cadbury girl because I remember that Cadbury girl, right? So that Cadbury girl ki happiness stayed with me because for Cash Karo also, we always think of the happiness of getting cash back, the happiness of getting extra money. What is it like to feel? So I think the emotion that ad generated, right, that has always been with us. In the more recent times, I think Swiggy and Zomato both have done a great job on their ads because it is very interesting how they've actually got a different aspect coming out. If you see Swiggy ads, one ad is all about, hey, I've got so many different kind of products. One is all about, I can get different cuisines. One is it's for everybody in the family. It comes quickly. So it actually gave you really good definition of saying, hey, why don't you identify the 3 or 4 USPs that you really want to communicate to the customers and then have ads in a series where one of them does each. So I think that kind of came across very well. Of course, Zomato and Dream 11 integrate cricket very well. But I think the memorable tunes that we have from yesteryears, I don't think we have a lot of it right now.
The jingles, the classic jingles.
Yes, the ones that Vicky Bane Sur Mera Tumhara, or like, if you see, Piyush Pandey's work, a lot of that kind of thing. I think now it's more like, how do we break clutter? How do we do something differently? Because also the Gen Zs that we are addressing now, the attention span is much lesser.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't listen to those jingles now anymore. But our generation...
10 seconds is all you got, apparently.
Exactly. Well, the sad bit, is that like we obsess so much on our meta creatives, right? On reels that we make. But you'll be surprised that only 15% of the people typically go beyond the first 3 seconds.
3 seconds?
3 seconds. So now when we do ad optimization and which ad is working, we are just looking at saying, okay, which ad gets past the 3-second mark.
Vikram, tell us what, according to you, is the big buzz as far as the world of advertising and marketing and branding is concerned?
Internally at Cast24, or my mind share is all on AI. Right? How can I create like the first TV ad, using AI without using any humans or any physical production? But for example,
so you are attempting that as we speak?
I've told my team to attempt that.
A full-blown television commercial
made on
AI, on a computer.
AI, on a computer screen. Right?
The shift that I see is how much technology and data, which wasn't the core of marketing and advertising before, but today how much and how radically that is going to change, and is changing already, brand building, coupled with everybody looking for something that is authentic, right? Authenticity, but how do you bottle authenticity? Is it,
How do you bottle air?
Yeah, so how, so how do you bottle authenticity? I think that is the challenge for, because we all know that we live in a bit of an unreal world. So all of us want that authenticity in products, in messaging, in relationship with me, and so forth. And that becomes a more and more scarce commodity.
The old agency model, the business model, is under threat. It's under existential crisis.
Okay.
Right? Largely because a viewership has shifted rapidly from big screen to small screen, from TV to digital, right? And what it means is that data plays a huge role. What it means is performance marketing is becoming much more important than brand building. And that is a shift. I don't think agencies are going to be able to afford large workforces in a glass and steel office out of BKC.
Working with nano creators, micro creators, regional, and if you can afford some of the larger ones, that's where most of the brand building is happening right now, because people's attention span is less, they don't trust, paid marketing channels. So influencers have built those communities where that audience trusts them, and brands therefore now need to rely on their trust to get their word out. So I think, as per me, this is what is currently working for brands.
What, according to you, is overhyped in the world of marketing and hence actually blah?
I think celebs are a mixed bag. I'm not saying that for Cash Karo we won't ever have, but I think your, match of celebs, who do you pick? What kind of script do you make them do? That's really important. Because if your celeb is going to be selling groceries and they don't order groceries on their own, right? If I get...
That's very specific.
Or if I get, Ananya Pandey to say, guys, go get cashback, I get cashback on your shopping, it won't go because she's Chanel ambassador. I don't know if she really cares.
Yeah, what a
right?
cashback.
About cashback. So, we need to pick accordingly. Now, if let's say we talk to Lakshay from Bads of Bollywood, he's emerging, right? So for him, you also feel that certain people come from money and that, nepotism sort of background, and whereas certain people come from a very self-made background.
Yeah.
So there you know that, okay, value for money and talk of money will resonate more.
Yeah.
So it's about that kind of distinction that each brand needs to make, and nothing to, I like Ananya Pandey, but I'm just thinking for Cash Karo, it may not be the best fit.
So, when I see undifferentiated products being launched, and trying to get ahead on, on push, on spending money because you are able to raise it, on VCs funding the next Me Too product. I think that is a trap. You've got to fund innovative, differentiated products that are relevant to consumers, because that's when you have a chance of success. Or you've got to have so much money that you can blast the opposition out of the water and then just buy market share and then stay there. But then again, that's a very expensive and dangerous game to play, because there may be 10 guys trying with deep pockets and only one will succeed.
I feel cricket advertising is overhyped, I feel, in startups, right? Because
every startup wants to advertise in a cricket match.
And I think, the whole premise is that in one shot you reach out to everyone, right? And from across India, because, when you do on any other channel.
It's called the IPL phenomenon.
IPL, right? I have also succumbed to it. And I've done it at least once, I remember. But I feel that, there are far more effective ways to reach out to the customers, and it's easy to get drowned in that noise, right? I mean, it's great for people who have super high budgets, but I'm going with an assumption that a lot of startups do not have very high budgets. So going all in on IPL, which is like one shot, I don't think is a great idea. You would rather try 10 different ideas on other places and see what works, because many times you don't even know what will work and what will not, right?
I don't understand celebrity marketing.
Oh, okay.
I think that is the blah, because it lacks any creativity at all, and it insults the intelligence of the buyer, in my opinion. But it feeds on somebody's insecurity, fear, assuming that I can borrow credibility from you just because you are a celebrity and you can do more in selling my product than me being authentic and do that. So I think, especially in the world where we are going into, I think celebrity marketing will be less critical and important.
Last thoughts. Tell us, where do you see marketing headed in the near future, in the next 5 years?
Well, obviously there's volatility. I see change. I see your traditional mass media finding it harder and harder to get a lot of advertising. I see digital increasing its share of the ad dollar, increasing its share of viewership, engagement. I see more and more technology and data being used for targeting, for achieving outcomes, for measurement. I see, I joined advertising in '84. We used to have Bloody Mary lunches on weekdays. I see that lifestyle is totally out. Okay, and it went down maybe 2 decades ago. Okay, so you must have seen the serial Mad Men.
Of course, who hasn't?
Yeah. So that is what advertising used to be in the 60s and the 70s, right?
Yeah.
And now it's totally different. It's more technology than creativity.
In last few years, one of the realizations I have had, rather my teammates have made me have it, the younger people in the office or otherwise I've made it, is like, what do you guys stand for? Right? So what I mean is that, in an ad, in the way we think on performance marketing or ad, you get 30 seconds or like one banner and you talk very specifically about your value proposition, right? But what do you stand for? What are you trying to solve in this world, right? Why do you matter? How are you bringing a positive change, right? I think a lot of these conversations we were not doing. And I think in last 2-3 years, those have accelerated. Now, this is not something you do on TV or on performance marketing, but this is a lot that we do now on social media, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on our own blog. Not just me, but my team members. Okay, why are we doing what are we doing? What are we doing about the pollution? What are we doing about the safety, right? We are selling cars, but look, so many people are dying sadly because of the accidents. Are we doing our part, right? Are we ensuring that the cars are safe, right? Whether it leads to sales or not, that's not the point. The point is, are you just in the business of buying or selling cars? Or are you also trying to make a positive impact in the society that you live in? And I think the younger audience and in general, more and more people care about this, right? And I think it also,
That you don't exist for just profit.
you just don't exist for profit.